you live, I'll bash you. Yeah, that dude wants to fight everyone. But we're going to see Kansai Whips now picking up the Queen of Pain. We have seen Queen of Pain being played as all sorts of things in Oz Dota. You see her as a mid, solo safe lane, I've seen her in off lanes. But normally standard as a mid character.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, the only team that I've seen it play otherwise is Hans, where Shaitan will take it as more of a safe lane or off lane farming role. Does sometimes even play it as a kind of more right-click damage-oriented hero starting off in the mid lane, so a lot of things can happen, but can't say Whips. Usually they're a bit more standard with their lineup, so more than likely we'll be seeing Slicks take it up in that mid lane.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. And the OD ban does sort of lead you to believe that the Queen of Pain will be mid, because you don't want to play against OD when you're a Queen of Pain. Oh, well, let me rephrase that. You don't want to play against OD unless you're Razor or Kunkka.
Or Lone Druid.
Basically it. Or Lone Druid. Even Lone Druid sometimes gets his ass handled, because his intel is so low, you can kill him. It just doesn't reduce his damage, but you can kill him.
Yeah, by level 6 it's a lot more dangerous, but at that point usually you're harassing with the bear. You can't imprison both the hero and the bear, so you're going to be taking harass no matter what. So it's a very hard lane for an OD to play if you're not kind of used to it, and, you know, from scrimming or however you want to be playing. But the Darkseer Visage Mirana combo has been picked up. I mean, Visage can do some great slows into Mirana arrows, makes it that bit easier to set up. Darkseer with an Ion Shell as well, keeping everyone in range. So it's got a lot of burst potential coming out from these 3 pickups from BoysBoys so far.
Yeah, my stupid game is still doing the moving off to the other screen.
Nice work. But right now, Kansai Whips with the Rubik Queen of Pain, they probably want something like maybe a Leshrac or a Lina or someone with kind of an AoE disable if they're going for more of a tri-lane oriented team. The Lich was banned out early, so, you know, dual lanes are still very possible, but usually they're less likely without a Lich on either side of the field. Elder Titan has not been touched yet, believe it or not, already up to the third pick, and hasn't been banned out, hasn't been picked up by other teams, so surprisingly, ET is still in the pool.
Yeah, and so, just trying to do this, privacy.
But
choose borderless window?
Yeah, borderless window is the way to do it. Actually, it's normally full screen that you want to be in rather than borderless window.
Apparently borderless window fixes it.
Yeah, that's weird.
I know.
That's what broke it for me.
Yeah.
I guess every PC is different, but BoysBoys going for a very similar lineup to last game, picking up that puck. In fact, it was the other way around. The other team picked up puck, so disregard that. I just remembered that the brilliant arrow from the Mirana last game, so more than likely going to be seeing Ivy on the Mirana again this game. But again, with Visage and Darkseer, you can actually stack up those soul assumptions very quickly, and we're going to see Invoker. He gets picked up by Kansai Whips, one of my favorite heroes. It's just so fun watching a good player playing Invoker. It's kind of up there with Tinker, in my opinion, if you've got a good Tinker player. It's just so much fun to watch. 10 seconds to go. So I'm pretty happy about this Invoker pickup. What about you, seconds?
I love Invoker, man. Our team, we love Invoker. Invoker's like legit and the best hero in the game. Time.
I'm just thinking they still have one more hero to pick up. The Naga is still available. Again, these teams just not deciding to ban out, you know, Naga and ET, usually the two kind of most banned support heroes. So if they do manage to pick up the Naga, it's a great setup for an Invoker Sunstrike, as well as, you know, having the Rubik lift at your disposal already. You can get out a lot of burst damage if you've got an Earthshaker, Rubik, Queen of Pain. All of them have quite long duration stuns that are pretty perfect for an Invoker Sunstrike to come through. And Nyx and Gyrocopter will be our two final bans. BoysBoys kind of lacking that hard carry. They did use Mirana as a farmer last game, but also did kind of have the extra hero, and we do see them pick up the Doom again. So more than likely going to be jungling that Doom. With the Mirana safe lane, I guess. Maybe have the Darkseer off lane and Visage supporting up that Mirana. And Puck in the mid lane, I would assume. And then for Can't Say Whips, we of course have the Queen of Pain or Invoker. Could always go into that mid lane. I think against a puck, I would put the Invoker in that mid, and then put Queen of Pain safe with either the Rubik or Earthshaker, and then have Earthshaker +1 in the off lane. Or maybe even Queen of Pain in that off lane, because she does, of course, have that blink as an escape mechanism. So it really depends how CSW want to lane this. They have quite a few options available to them.
Yeah, they really do, and I can't fix this thing. So I'm just mad at it now. Apparently, it just happens sometimes, and you can't fix it. You can try all these sorts of other things, but spectating, I think as well the patch might have broken it. There's all this sort of crap going around about it. I don't know, but no one's watching my screen, so if my screen just like fires to the left for some reason, no one can see it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much in the grand scheme of things. So we will have both teams starting to pick their heroes. We actually have Kirei on the Invoker, with Godot on that Bounty Hunter, Tomato on the Earthshaker. Tomato usually the offlaner when he plays with Nox, but Kirei normally the offlaner on Can't Say Whip. So would this be an Invoker offlane?
10 seconds to go.
I mean, Slicks is the only one yet to pick a hero, and he is usually their mid player, so
5 seconds.
it's looking like it might be a Queen of Pain Puck in mid lane. Of course, Puck has a bit of an advantage there because he can just phase shift the dagger, which is kind of the main harassment tool of Queen of Pain, but you know, if you dodge that, you're going to get a scream to the face. But let's introduce the teams. On the side of CSW, we have Godot on the Bounty Hunter, Kirei on that Invoker, the Earthshaker will be played by Tomato, Queen of Pain being played by Slicks, and Guani on the Rubik.
And over on BoysBoys, we have Rylan playing the Puck, X4 on the Doom, Pook Van Took on the Visage, JD Master playing the Darkseer, and Ivy on that Mirana.
Ivy going for a Ring of Basilius first, along with the Tangos. I know last game he actually went for an Aquila quite early on. I'm guessing he just likes to spam out his spells quite a bit. He did use the arrow to great effect in that first game, so maybe we'll see a repeat performance here. At the moment, X4 sitting in this jungle, so it looks like it will be a jungle Doom yet again, and Puck Ventuk or Puck Ventuk, I don't know how he wants us to say it, but he's on Visage and he's heading up to that top lane, so it does look like the lanes will be as predicted for BoysBoys, but as far as CSW goes, it looks like Slicks is going to be in this bottom lane solo, maybe even, with Kirei in the top lane and an offensive try. Godot, the Bounty Hunter, just sitting here. He may be a great annoyance to the Doom in the jungle, and maybe that's what CSW are attempting to do. They know that that Doom is going to go into the jungle, and he's just going to walk in there, put down some wards, and sap experience and mess everything up.
Yeah, he really could be sort of a very annoying person to go into it, but it all depends how they want to do it, and we see a bit of a pause here. JD Master having a bit of issues, and do you think this will be a tri-lane, or the Doom's just going to stay in the jungle?
I think the Doom will stay in the jungle, but like he's got Devour level 1, so he's going to be looking to get a big creep. That's pretty standard anyway, though, even if it was going to lane, as it is just a great way to get some easy experience, pull the lane back towards your tower. But I think it's going to be really difficult with Godot in the jungle here. He can easily cancel off any consumables. If a Clarity gets thrown out, he just has to smack him once. And at the moment, the positioning would say that he's just going to be in that jungle. Godot will scout out Ivy in this jungle. In Invis, they know he's stuck down here, just missing out on a block. But we've got Godot already hitting through. The lift comes through, lifted back. Ivy might be in a bit of trouble, but levels that leap and jumps over the trees into the camp. Ward gets placed down behind there, so we should be seeing a blocked camp up by Godot. And I think he's just, he's already pinging out here that he's going to block off the large camp. What he'll probably do is block that large one and then just sit in one of the medium ones to block it at the 30-second mark. So it's going to be very difficult for X4 in this top lane / jungle to really get anything.
Yeah, really well, and I fixed my screen!
Yes!
Yes, it was a command apparently. You got to do, what is it? Dota, mouse, spectator, window lock 1. Apparently it's broken in spectating, so while you're in a broadcaster slot it doesn't work properly.
Right.
for some reason. But only if your monitor is the secondary monitor, not the main, like mine is.
Yeah. And there we do have Godot standing in that medium camp, blocking it off. So now Doom does not have access to the easy 1 medium and 1 large. So Godot already being so annoying here. X4 will eat one of the normal creeps. In fact, doesn't choose to eat the Frost Mage, which is usually one of Doom's favorites, as he can cast that armor buff on himself and make jungling a lot easier.
Apparently my mouse keeps changing from mono to stereo. I'm pretty sure that's James's, not mine.
Yeah, and I have no clue why it's doing that. Ever since I got my new PC, it started to do it.
Could be a sound. It's probably something to do with your sound card, to be honest. But it's a USB mic, isn't it?
Exactly, it's a USB mic, so I honestly have no clue. I just tried changing the USB slot, which is why it kind of went out for, like, why I had to restart the stream. So, I'm kind of out of ideas for the moment. If anyone wants to suggest anything, feel free. But we're going to have Godot coming up into this top lane. There is a sentry down. He's now in a lot of trouble. Getting right-click down. Guani's going to eat an arrow. Catches it for his teammate. Out comes a big stun from Tomato. An excellent Fisher there. Will stop the first blood coming out. X4's chasing down Godot still, but he is invisible. Runs out of range of that sentry. So some great play there from Tomato. Stopping the first blood on his teammate. Guani lucky to escape there.
Yeah, really nicely done by Tomato. Good save, and they just couldn't focus one of them down because of the movements and obviously that Fisher block. But with your microphone, by the way, is your Dota set to mono or stereo? Maybe switch that over, and then that might stop it from switching, because maybe the mic is mono and the game is stereo, and it keeps like trying to figure out which one you want.
Let me look at it right now.
That sounds like a really it sounds like that's too simple though.
Yeah,
it just sounds like
it doesn't have any mic options apart from enable open mic.
Or you can set your sound your recording device on Dota as well.
I've never been able to. You can set the listening device.
The sound device and speaker config, I guess.
Yeah, there's no mic device though, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would definitely have that set as well. But right now,
oh, that pause with the arrow flying. That's got to hit one of them, right? Like, what's the bet? It's got to hit Guani, unless they do the epic delta split.
Tomato would have to run to the right, and he's kind of blocked off there. Guani can easily run to the left, but I think they both might be able to get out, but I'm not 100% sure. For anyone wondering, this is the N9 Cup, which was made because of the SYF fiasco. So we've just made it with the teams that are boycotting it. So we're going to have an unpause now. An arrow is actually going to hit a creep. The massive hitbox. It was like sitting here and it hits the creep there. That arrow, too big, too power.
Too much power, man. Too much power.
We're going to have X4 manning up here, throwing out the burn, but it's just not good enough. Gets lifted and fished at the same time. But the first blood does go the way of CSW. Isn't called first blood because creeps managed to pick it up. But Doom going down first here in this tri lane. I think he just got a bit too excited there.
And Evoker managing to pick up the puck on the mid lane as well. Losing a lot of health, but managing to pick him up with the Cold Snap and Tornado, actually.
Yeah, some nice play by Kiri. He's kind of gone 2 Quas, 1 Wex, 1 Exhort. So not really standard. A lot of players, if they're going that mid lane, will start going pretty much Exhort max with a level of Quas to get the Cold Snap going. Maybe 1 level of Wex if they think they're going to be ganked up quite a bit. But the way that he's doing it now, he's got some great regen with the Tango and the 3 Quas. He's got 14.4 HP regen a second. And, you know, you're going to be pretty happy if you're sitting there with that much regen. Godot's actually going to come into this mid lane. They might be looking to pick up Rylan here. Kiri needs to get off the Cold Snap. The Orb gets thrown out. Now's the time to go. Godot right-clicking through. Cold Snap gets thrown out, but it's just a tad too late. Puck walking under the tower, and with so many creeps there, they can't really make anything of it. Godot also picking up that Orb of Venom, so some great slow coming out from Orb of Venom plus Janata. He doesn't have the Janata just yet, but he's just about to grab it. Rylan picking up the DD rune just before Godot gets there as well. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Slicks is doing a pretty good job, sitting at 19-9 up against the Ducks. He is 13-1, so really dominating it in terms of denies and getting the farm that he needs early on. He's got his boots up. And he has started to bottle crow in that bottom lane because he doesn't have access to those runes, so he is staying quite healthy.
Yeah, and I mean, you do kind of give the edge to Darkseer in a way that he can just keep pushing to the tower, but the Queen of Pain obviously can deny quite well. Slicks, being the player that he is, can avoid these iron shells quite well, and he just walks back, gets out of the way, and as you said, he can just use the bottle crow because Invoker is one of those heroes mid who does not need a bottle. It's handy sometimes, but a lot of the time you do not need to grab one.
And it could be more of the reason why he's gone this Quas heavy build early on. It's just to have that that regen available to him. He won't have the mana pool to really sustain spamming anything out, but he does have the health regen. Meanwhile, X4 getting Fissure blocked up top, needs to run. The Shuriken just doesn't do enough damage. The arrow just off the mark, and X4 gets blocked in by creeps against the trees. Godot picking up a kill there. Now Puckman, Tuck, and Ivy have to go back. Out comes the Grave Chill. Soul Assumption gets thrown out. Puck comes through, but gets lifted. Does have a DD rune. A nice stun by Tomato is going to stop Visage coming through. The arrow will pick up the kill, though. Some great play there from Marana. And it's going to be just a 1-for-1 trade, but definitely I'd say in favor of CSW. They pick up a kill on a Doom in exchange for a kill on a Rubik. So, in my opinion, much better in that regard.
Yeah, most certainly. Doom really struggling to get his levels as well, as that jungle was pretty much fully blocked off. Large camp's still blocked off, so he doesn't really have a lot of options. And going to the other large camp next to the enemy team is quite dangerous to do, especially as a level 2 Doom. You can't really do a lot, but he is going to pick up the mana burn now. 50 mana cost for 100 mana burn, but it does have a really long cooldown, so it's not really the best thing to pick up, but I think he's just desperate. He needs to pick up something and get something done in these lanes and, do something really, because he did get very needed at the start. Bounty Hunter is one of those fantastic heroes against any jungler now.
Godot is going to come up, gets blocked off by Tomato's Fissure. The lift straight up in the air. The Sunstrike comes out. Tomato gets the final hit that he needed. Godot getting stunned out by the arrow. Marana trying to come back here, but does have the Rubik Fade Bolt on her. He's only hitting for 40 damage, so just not enough right-click follow-up there. Now, Godot gonna start annoying X4 in the jungle here. They don't have any sentry wards placed down at the back, so they might be looking at a kill on Ivy as well. We've got Tomato rotating around, and Guani as well, so in fact Tomato is going to go back to base. Doesn't have any more mana for Fissures, and if you can't Fissure as ES, there's not much you're really useful for.
Yeah, he's pretty much a giant moo cow, scary melee creep.
It's like, but guys, I have a totem. I can
I have
smack
a sweet
ya.
totem. I hit you in the face with my giant wooden pole thing.
But now, Slick's picking up the treads back at base. Did have to go back, switching the treads up maniacally, figuring out what he needs to go. Settles on strength treads finally. Wants to flick him over for those blinks, I'm sure. All the efficiency in the world. Darkseer picking up a much needed regen rune at bottom, sitting at quite low mana, so that will help him stay in this lane a lot more. He will have a soul ring in about 200 if he wishes to get it. And Godot, just sitting behind this mid lane at the moment, hiding in the trees, has gone into the Shadow Walk now. Looks like they're trying to set up on Puck, but he should be very careful of Kiri coming forward. They know Godot's not on the map at the moment, so you've got to be expecting something here. Invoker coming forward. Cold Snap gets thrown out. The Orb as well as the Jaunt is there, so Ryland not panicking and getting away in time.
Yeah, and it is going to be very hard to kill this Puck again. He's going to be much more on the ball after dying once, You become a lot more careful.
Slick's throwing out the ulti. One more right click needed, but he manages to bottle up in between. The tick is still going on him, though, and Slicks will pick up that kill. Baiting it perfectly and throwing out that ult just when he needed to. Darkseer not able to run away.
Yeah, and that was the strength of the level 2 poison as well, just ticking him for so much more damage than the level 1, and I do like this build against a 1v1 lane, having the 2 levels in the poison. It does give you a lot more damage, and meanwhile on top we're going to see the Visage full arrow to fly on the Rubik, who does get stunned up, but I don't think they're going to come away with a return hit kill here. Everyone just moving away now. Puck does TP up here though, looking for the re-engagement. Cold Snap to fly from the Invoker as well. Marana now getting attacked by the neutral creeps. Puck ulti to fly. Stun does come out and clean up that. Godot actually getting the last hit there.
Yeah, just a great engagement there. We're going to have an arrow to fly. It will miss out. Godot just able to escape that. The sentry ward's just not enough to stop that coming through, and I think Puck underestimating the power that can come out from a level 3 Fissure and a Shuriken at the same time, just falling down to that damage. Meanwhile, there is another D-ward at top lane, so CSW now, with all the vision in the world, there are no wards on the map for the Dire apart from the 2 sentries placed in the top lane. Queen of Pain bottling up an illusion rune. She does still have that ultimate 50 seconds cooldown, so I'm not sure if she'll be able to grab Darkseid here. But Darkseid putting a lot of pressure on the tower. She knows he's going for a creep cut. A Sunstrike is going to hit him, already down to about a third health. Slicks has come in here now. A Scream and a Poison Dagger. JD should be going down shortly. And that's an excellent pickup and some great teamwork coming out from Kyrie and Slicks.
Yeah, these guys just working perfectly together. And Godot almost hitting level 6 now. There's been so many kills that could have been, you know, tracked, but you just struggle to get your levels on Bounty when you're doing this much work around the map. Never really in a lane to get experience, but just getting kills and helping out. And you know, the 3 levels down Shuriken toss really is a lot of burst damage, plus the slow you've got coming out. But he will hit level 6 now, picking up that track, so we should see more kills coming out.
Arrow is going to hit on Guani in the top lane. Fisher to block, but the right click should be enough. The Sunstrike does go awry. Rubik does fall. X4 going on Tomato, but they know they can't chase him into tower range. Fisher cooling off in just a moment, but managing to pick up a nice kill after a great arrow there from
Someone's
Ivy.
having technical difficulties.
And in the mid lane, Puck is actually getting gone on. Dominating streak for Godot. A nice deafening blast there. Stops Puck from being able to get away. So CSW starting to grab a bit of a lead. If we look at the experience there, almost 5k in the lead. As far as gold goes, they're about 3.8k ahead. So a great start from CSW.
Yeah, really getting quite far ahead. And the slow's going to come out Tomato, but the zoning stunt, they just can't get to him. And now he's sitting on mana boots. It's going to be very hard for them to get a kill on this lane just with all these stunts coming out.
Slick's grabbing another kill, and Godot going on X4. He's just stopped in this top lane. I don't know why, really. We're going to have a clap come out, so Godot is slowed. The level 3 Shuriken, the Sunstrike just missing. X4 going to the tower, not running down into the jungle again. Godot's diving this hard, throws out, but it looks like he's going to go down to tower, picks up the kill, but Doom is going to get the extra gold there. A Soul Assumption from Pugvin grabs the kill there. We've got right clicks coming up from Creeps as well as Rubik trying to get through, but he just can't make it. So a nice pickup there from Puck, and it looks like the Mirana went down as well. So a lot of deaths going down in this top lane.
Yeah, definitely a lot of action happening up here. I mean, both teams have quite a lot of kill potential. BoysBoys basically, all their kill potential relies on getting that arrow landing. And we've seen from Ivy both these games so far, very good at getting these arrows landed. And you can see why he's maxing it. You know, he doesn't really miss any other than the ones he's just casually throwing. If he wants to hit someone with them, he's hitting them. And Godot now stalking Rylan in the mid lane. Sunstrike's gonna miss.
Yeah, I think they needed to wait for a Janata's strike, maybe a cold snap from that, but I think it was more of a, if the Sunstrike hits, goes in, if not, oh well. We are going to see an arrow come out. Godot needs to be careful, just missing on Kiri as well. We've got the double Familiar stun. Dust gets popped out. A great deafening blast put down. The leap forward, but he gets stunned off before he can Starfall. Chain stun coming out from Tomato. Ivy dropping low, gets cold snap, will go down, as well as Puck getting taken down on the back end. Godot running forward, but he's not going to be able to catch up to X4 in time. He needs to run away as he is tracked as well. Godot's kind of stalking those creeps, but knows that he can't pick up a kill with just level 1 Janata and the damage he currently has, so wisely backing out there.
Yeah, not quite enough to kill one of those birds. It does eventually become enough. Once you have that max Janata, you can really farm these birds with a little bit extra damage coming out of Windwalk. You generally can get the 2 last hits, the 2 hits on the bird to kill it, but it all depends on the Visage player if he does have the reaction just to drop it straight away. And Kiddo now going back for a Midas before he gets the 4 stuff and after the phase boots. So, I mean, when you're this far ahead, a 14-minute Midas is fine to get, and it really does help Invoker get those levels that he really does need.
If we take a look, he is the top of the net worth chart, sitting at 5.8k gold, followed up by Queen of Pain and, funnily enough, the Bounty Hunter, who's just been doing so much around the map. Of course, he has picked up quite a few kills, sitting at 5, 1, and 1 currently. So, some great work from Godot coming out here. just really being a nuisance all over the map, doing what he needs to do, really knowing kind of the extent and what you really need to do on a bounty hunter.
Yeah, he's just being really, really annoying, which is kind
of
of what he does. Oh, the
Vac is
Doom!
going to stop the Fisher. We've got double birds as well as the right clicks coming out. Meanwhile, Doom getting caught out by Godot. The Sunstrike coming through, but he is going to walk away. These last few Sunstrikes been pretty off the mark. The Orb comes through, but it will miss. The Satyr Blast will do enough damage to let Puck get the last right click through. So a nice little counter kill there, but Tomato and Godot going down, and just a successful gank up top, and Bounty Hunter going down as well. So some great pickups from BoysBoys here.
Yeah, that was some blitz Dota right there. Though I don't know if you caught it, but he doomed the illusion.
Looks like we lost one.
But they still got the kill. But yeah, he doomed the illusion and then killed it, and then all of a sudden there was a real bounty hunter behind him. Unfortunately, the Puck was there to clean up the kill and help the Doom out. But they did use 2 ults to kill just a bounty hunter.
Yeah, I mean, it is big, but as we were saying before, he did have the 3rd highest net worth. Now it drops down to 5. The Doom has taken his place, as well as the Darkseer, with a great gank. In fact, it looks like they might choose to go on bottom. Slicks jumping forward. Puck has to be very careful. Out comes the Soul Assumption as well as a wall, but it's more of a warning than anything. Slicks blinking away, not able to do anything. You can see Godot already taking down one of them, but it looks like Creeps actually picked up the gold for that kill. And Invoker actually picking up the kill on the Visage. The Sunstrike came through. Looks like he took him out in this kind of region, so Kirei hitting the Sunstrikes when it really matters.
Yeah, and just one thing, your Dota TV sound isn't working.
Yeah, no, I know. I would have to restart Dota to get it working. And Rylan is going to go down to the Fade Bolt of Guani. A nice little chain of skills there. JD Master coming through. Oh, the Vac back lets the arrow hit. Great play there. And Darkseer picking up the kill. I thought the Vac might have made it miss, but that arrow, that hit range, too good. We're going to see the dust come out. Godot might be in a bit of trouble here. The Sunstrike is going to come out, but it's going to be just too slow. Slick's coming forward here, thinking of using the ulti. Keeps on kind of faking it out. Ivy is going to leap up, but Slicks can follow him. Blinks up, throws out the stream, gets arrowed, but the stun from Tomato is going to be enough. Here come the Familiars summoned back up, but unable to get the second drop and the kill. Kirei force stuffing forward with the Cold Snap. Godot hitting through, doing so much damage with the Medallion and Janata hit. Visage just melting there. Rylan getting stunned up, the ultimate getting thrown out. Puck Dream Coil hitting on nothing, and Kirei picking up the kill there. It's going to be a nice 3-kill pickup for CSW.
Yeah, that was the panic ult. That was like, throw your ult, Puck, we're going to die! And then it missed, so. I mean, really nicely played by CSW again. They've just got so much burst damage coming out from these heroes, and this bounty is just so integral to this lineup, just getting the tracks off. And I mean, it's when you've got a medallion on them and you hit that Janata hit followed by, you know, any other physical damage, it's just decimating these heroes, and no one on their team is good against physical damage. I mean, the Visage, once he has Gravekeeper's Cloak maxed, he's pretty tanky, but other than that, he's not. He just gets killed so easily. And Puck, low HP, Doom, no armor. Darkseer, he's okay against it, and he has the Surge, and same as the Mirana with the Leap Away, but that's about it.
Yeah, X4 has picked up the mech this game, so is sitting on 7 armor. Of course, a little bit more if you throw out that mech charge, and a bit of a heal, so slightly tankier than your average Doom, but being forced into more of that utility role this game. And Godot is thinking of going here, and Tomato blinking forward, throwing out the Fisher, is on the other side. An arrow is going to come through. Big ultimate coming out from Tomato. Godot caught in place, doomed up as well. Mirana picking up the kill there. Right clicks coming through. They're trying to chase him, getting Vac back there. Soul Assumption comes out as well as the Silence, doing some big damage. The ultimate's going to catch out Kirei. He force staffs away though. They are going to dive. Darkseer surging Rylan forward. The arrow is going to hit Kirei, getting taken down. The Soul Assumption getting the exclamation point on that kill. Throwing out the sentry to pick it up as well. So BoysBoys hitting back hard, picking up 3 kills there, but meanwhile, while they're taking this T1 tower at top, CSW taking the bottom tower with Slicks and Guani.
Guess what's happening to Dyer's bottom tower?
Yeah, and absolutely fantastically played by boys. They're really showing that they can get back into this game.
X4 TPing in and getting doomed by Guani. He's stolen the Doom. Slicks narrowly avoids getting hit by an arrow, but Doom not casting anything after Doom. Rubik stealing it straight away, throwing it back on him, and a very hopeful TP into two heroes, especially when one of them is a Rubik and you can just lift them straight away.
Yeah, and I mean, letting Doom get stolen, you've got 2 other spells you can cast, 3 even with the War Stomp, so you got to be more careful about that, and that's just adding insult to injury when you get killed while Doom's on you. It's just so demoralizing. We're going to see mid, the Visage getting killed, their Soul Assumption being stolen by Rubik just for that finishing blow as well, and Godot in a little bit of trouble, but they don't have the reveal. Tomato now leaping in with the stuns, and this Darkseer is just going to get blown up completely.
And Godot does get hit by an orb, but will just start to bottle up the Visage familiars. Are checking out Roshan at the same time. Might look for a little bit of a side kill in here, but they're not going to go forward. Queen of Pain also picking up a very nice regen rune there. And finishing up the Lincoln Sphere at the same time, so at 20 minutes, we actually have Queen of Pain with Treads, a Hand of Midas, Bottle, and Lincoln Sphere. So Slicks doing a great job of farming. The only person higher in net worth currently is Kire on that Invoker, who does have the Ultimate Orb plus 2k gold on top of the Hand of Midas 4-star phase. So some great farming going on by CSW, and you can see that reflected in the gold chart, sitting at almost 12k ahead, as well as being around 13k experience ahead. So CSW just looking really good to close out this game.
Yeah, they really are. I mean, BoysBoys are showing that they're not out of this game. You know, they got a good team fight up top just before, and I think they just need to be a little bit more careful about what they're giving away. But you know, they're definitely not out. They just need to try and bring it back and get some more kills, and they just need to be aware of where Godot is and the burst damage coming out of this team. You know, Godot, they've got quite a bit of detection, and they have been able to pick him off a couple times, but he's just running amok. This guy is everywhere he needs to be all the time.
He's going to come through on Visage. He gets spotted out. Puck blinks forward with the silence. Also doomed. Godot in a lot of trouble. Needs to run away. I think Tomato's going to go for the deny. We do get a deny coming out. In fact, from the Invoker. X4 getting picked up, put down. Sunstrike will miss. A big wall coming out. Hits 2 heroes with it. Ivy coming through with the right clicks, but still not killing him off. An arrow returned by Guani is going to hit Ivy, and a great blocking fish will come out from Tomato. Tomato thinking of coming in for an ult, but he doesn't have enough health. Slicks, meanwhile, going down, but Moonlight Shadow getting thrown out, making it very hard to pick targets. Track coming out now on the Darkseer. Nice arrow, point blank from Ivy. A blink from Slicks, but Ryland's throwing the orb down that way as well. 2 more right clicks. A nice bottle charge will keep Slicks alive. Needs to dodge the arrow, gets away. Sunstrike is going to miss because Rubik lifts him up, but Slicks getting a kill with the Scream. Now X4, JD Master, and Puckvin Tuck running for this Rubik. He's an easy pickoff if they can catch him. The slow coming out from Visage. Ion Shell coming out. The arrow thrown forward by Guani. Unfortunately, the hitbox not extending backwards far enough. And Visage picking up a double kill on the end of that. Big trades going on. In the end, looking like a 2 for 3, so going BoysBoys' way, and just as you were saying before, showing that they're not out of this match just yet.
Yeah, I mean, it was a decent fight for them. Unfortunately, they couldn't pull them back towards the wall even more, just to get more dominance. The Moonlight Shadow was really good there as well, just sort of making sure they didn't all get killed. Slicks was in position to throw out a big ultimate on 3 or 4 of them at one point, but they were all invisible. So if they were visible there, that would have been probably a team wipe. But just turning it around like that and trading kind of evenly, but definitely going against CSW's favour once again.
Yeah, Slick's just doing a great job. Watching him farm up these neutral camps, being so efficient with all of his screams, hitting multiple camps at once, and Invoker actually grabbing a kill on Marana. Looks like she was taken down by a Sunstrike in mid lane on top of a Fisher, so Earthshaker and Kire just comboing up really well there.
Yeah, exactly, and just getting all these pickups around the map, and I really do think it's mostly about this bounty hunter pick and the ES just having the superior lockdown. JD Master in a lot of trouble now. Fisher to fly, everything just follows up, and he gets cleaned up very quickly. And this is going to lead to this tier 2 tower being taken down. Meanwhile, on bottom, we're going to have Slicks almost getting taken down by the Solar Assumption, but does get cleaned up after the Lincoln gets popped by that. And he's dead for just over a minute.
Yeah, it's kind of the way they changed the timers is pretty insane when you're getting to late game. I mean, it's not even late game, it's 25 minutes into the game, and you're dead for basically a minute. It's a lot of time to be out of the game. And I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of the buyback changes. I do like I like the buyback change, I don't like the increased timer on normal deaths.
Well, yeah, because it's the increased timer after you buy back. Which, I don't know, I kind of like it for the sheer fact that a lot of professional teams' strategies, kind of like Alliance, were basically relying on buybacks to win fights a lot of the time. So with that, you've got to risk a lot to buy back now. Like, if you buy back, you can lose the game or win the game from that. Before it was, if you bought back, there wasn't a big repercussion to it other than the fact that you couldn't buy back for 5 minutes. That was it.
Well,
so I like it, and I also
blinking forward, Doom gets thrown out, Invoker gets lifted up instantly, Fisher to fly, Arrow coming through, but it's not going to be enough. Guani getting caught out here, right click's coming through, he's got to escape from that orb, it's not going to hit him, but Rylan coming through. Now the Doom returned onto the puck. A nice steal there by Rubik. Slicks blinking down, throwing out a nice ult, hitting on 2. JD Master will fall, X4 slowed up by the dagger. They're following him out now, Slicks throwing out the scream, 2 more right clicks, does get a double kill. Meanwhile, over the other side of the river, Ivy looking for another kill with the Visage Familiars, and Kirei not falling in that. Despite getting doomed up early, he was able to escape kind of the big part of the fight, and CSW picking up a 3-for-1 trade there.
Yeah, another fight going into their favour, and this Doom needs to be way more careful about people getting Doom off him. Like, you cannot give away that skill.
Oh, the Sunstrike coming out just a tiny bit too late. Missing out on getting a kill on Ivy. It looks like it would have been enough damage to kill. I mean, he's got maxed Exhort, so it will be hitting for, what, 475? I think it would have been very, very close if it wasn't bang on getting a kill. Puck is going to come forward. No, he doesn't decide to jump to the orb. Visage Familiar is getting a nice 2 kills. And Slicks actually has a Shadow Blade. The extra damage there, almost killing off one of the Visage Familiars, but just not getting the second shot. And Slicks going for a bit of a cheeky build, going for that stealth Queen of Pain. And we're going to see Puck blink forward, getting off the ult as well as the silence. He gets stunned up a second time. Dust comes out as well. A vac back. He does blink down. Gets force stuffed by Guani as well. Slicks trying to run as fast as he can, up to 250 health again. Arrow coming through, but he blinks up. This is the Sunstrike coming up, but they're not going to be able to find Slicks. Godot coming forward as well. A pipe gets thrown out by the Darkseer. Godot getting Soul Assumption, dropping down to 200 health, but he won't die. So far, everyone's still alive. And Tomato blinking in with a big ult, hitting 2, getting the Fisher off right before he gets done. Let's Kirei come through with the Meatball. Starfall coming out from Ivy, picking up a kill on the Earthshaker. Might get Godot as well. One more right click is all that he needs, but he will run out of range of the Sentry. Meanwhile, Darkseer does go down. Ivy trying to hide, throws out the Moonlight Shadow, but he is tracked up and he will go down here. So a nice pickup. Guani grabbing a double kill, and it's a 4-for-1 trade.
Yeah, really nicely done from that ES as well. Getting the jump in. We're actually going to see Guani found out here by the Familiars, but he should be able to get away from this. They're going to stun him up, and they shouldn't both be back in time to clear him off. And Slicks is going to come in now to try and clean these up as well. So they'll lift actually to go on them as well. So is Slicks going to be able to get the resummon? So he saved one of them, but yeah, Tomato jumping in, getting all those stuns, and then the Meatball just to crash down and just completely destroy.
Yeah, the arrow was just off stopping him throwing out that Fisher. I think it would have been slightly different if that hadn't hit. But still, a great fight from CSW. If we take a look at the experience, they're now almost 20,000 ahead after that fight, as well as being around 22k gold ahead. Invoker now with an Aegis, as well as having a Scythe and 4.8k gold up his sleeve.
Yeah, he's sitting on some solid baller cash. He just doesn't know what to buy. I mean, get a refresher, double meatball time.
Maybe. Of course, we did find out that it's only the strike damage that doubles up. The dot doesn't actually stack, so... Yeah, it's still a little bit of extra damage, but I think you kind of use it more for the double, maybe ice walls and sun strikes, deafening blasts.
Yeah, but he is going to pick up the BKB, so not going into the sort of cheesy strat way, just going to go a bit safer, and that's going to stop all the lockdown they have on him. He's basically going to be #1 Doom target, or else you just can't stop him.
Yeah, Godot also picking up a BKB as well. It's going to be hard for them to choose targets. Slicks is going to run straight into a sentry. Godot throwing out the BKB, an excellent ult coming out before the pipe came up. A back, but it's not going to go into the wall. Kirei walking into it nonetheless. Guani trying to do what he can on the other side. Slicks will probably go down here. No, manages to escape here, blinking out of range. Kirei getting taken down. The Aegis is popped. A buyback from Doom as well. So he's already joined the fight back up at top. Kirei coming back, forcing away as well as he can. The ice wall thrown down. It won't be enough, but Godot does get caught out by the stomp from Doom. A nice little stun there. In Ivy maybe looking for a stun here. No, they are just going to back off. Kirei and Guani still need to get out of here though.
Yeah, nicely taken by BoysBoys. Good wall coming out. Unfortunately, obviously, as you said, didn't get them to come back into it, but
they are going to
just
catch
have
up.
everything going.
The arrow narrowly missing here. X4 blinking forward, misses with the stomp though. Vacuum also missing, but Guani, he's only a support Rubik. He will go down, so they do manage to get a counter kill there for the Visage. Ivy leaping forward. They know where Kirei is. He's just Midas to creep in mid, but there's not much they can do without follow-up from a couple of members. The arrow will go wide. They know Kirei's run up. He needs to force staff himself away. He's gone to high ground and escaped that way. So some great little play by Kirei there.
Yeah, nicely done by Kirei there. And they're just showing us that they are not out of this game. Every time you think, you know, CSW, you've got this, they're going to win the game. All of a sudden, BoysBoys clear them. And it's just, I mean, the advantages for CSW, you know, 25k experience, 25k gold, but still showing us that they will not die.
Yeah, it's some great play from behind. Kirei was stalking on that high ground, didn't manage to get Ivy, and X4 going to devour one of the Forged Spirits.
You should get Melting Strike for that.
Technical difficulties.
I don't think it counts as like a neutral creep kind of thing. We're going to see a blink forward from X4. Doesn't manage to get the stomp off. Visage Familiar does go down a second too late, so Slicks will manage to escape. Looks like he's building towards a scythe of his own, has the ultimate orb, as well as around 2.6k up, so he's only about 1,000 gold away. He is going to Shadow Blade up, throws out an ultimate, only hitting 2. Slick's getting doomed up instantly, a deafening blast coming out, but he will go down to the Visage Familiars. A nice soul assumption gets thrown out, and they Invoker running for his life. In fact, the arrow coming through just missing on Tomato. Very unlucky not to hit that arrow there. Moonlight Shadow thrown out. They will spot Ivy just in the end of that. But it will just be a pickup of Slicks, and the Doom integral to that.
Yeah, really nicely done. Slicks, I mean, he got too manly there. There's nothing else you can say about that. He dived way too hard into like 4 people and paid for it.
Yeah, just getting a bit too excited there. Throwing out a nice ultimate, but in the end, missing the puck, and just the blink initiate, or kind of blink counter initiate that they had there was too strong. Roshan will be able to be up in about another 4 minutes, but of course it could be another 7 with the changes to the Roche timer. It can be up anywhere between 8 and 11 minutes. We're going to have an arrow coming out here, and Voka just going to see it in time, walks the other way. So Kirei doing a good job. Not expecting to get hit by an arrow, and now another Blink Dagger purchased up on the side of BoysBoys. The newest recipient will be Darkseer, so hopefully going to be seeing some more Vac Wall combos coming out with a nice Blink Initiate.
Yeah, it definitely does make it easier. I think I prefer the pickups of BKBs on the Darkseer, so you can't stop it, but with the ultra mobile lineup of CSW, I mean, they don't look like a super mobile lineup, but when you add in the Force Staffs and the Blink from Queen of Pain, the Echoes and Stuns coming out from ES, it's really hard to position yourself against them, so I think Blink Dagger is going to work out quite well for them here, just to get in and get that wall combo off, and if they can get that off, they can definitely win team fights off it. especially with, you know, puck ultis, silences, and everything from Doom coming out. We're going to see the Doom fly on Tomato here. He does look like he should drop here. I'm actually lagging out.
We have 2 people throwing out ultimates, and I was also DC'd from the server.
Yep, I got kicked from the server too, bud.
Alright then. I'm gonna try reconnecting now. But
yep. Just kicked us off, it's fine.
Yeah, alright then. Tomato was definitely dead though, was doomed as well.
Okay, Godot dropped from the game as well.
Okay.
Everybody dropped.
Oh no.
Do you know how to load a lobby from a save state?
I do.
Okay, that's alright then.
I have done that
be
before.
Okay.
Actually, no, I just loaded back in, so...
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so it's working.
Okay. That's weird, man. That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, just the server deciding everyone had to take a break.
Oh, Steam went down apparently.
Oh, wow.
Because everyone I know is logging back on now.
Yeah, I've got like mass reconnects popping up in the top right corner for me. Like everyone.
Yep, everyone. Even people in other games, so it was Steam.
Yeah.
So, the Steam drop! Just for DDoS. SYF DDoS. God, come on, guys.
Dropping the entirety of Steam. But we do see that the Earthshaker has gone down. In fact, his model's still there, but I can't even see trees. They haven't like loaded in for me yet.
Trees? I got trees. Oh no, I don't. Where are all the trees?
See? It's so creepy. Ah, time to see all the best juke spots.
This is where you look at the juke spots.
See, look at all the places you can run around here. Ooh. You can see it's like lighter shadow. Alright, it looks like teams are going to be restarting now.
Alright, carry on.
Oh, there we go. Trees are back. Moonlight Shadow getting thrown out. We're going to see a blink forward from JD Master, instantly hitting off the wall, backing a bit in front of it though. Kirei's hitting back with a big meatball and deafening blast. Godot and Kirei throwing out the BKBs as well. They need to chase this in. Sunstrike will hit on Rylan. Very nice there from Kirei, getting the kill on the puck. JD Master now all alone. Puck Van Tuck there as well, but some nice blocking by the Tomato Illusions here. Kirei getting a double kill now. Buck Van Tuck lifted up, getting the something stolen. Soul Assumption stolen. Big ult coming out from Queen of Pain along with the Scream, picking up the kill, and Godot just looking great there and managing to pick up a few kills, as well as Invoker managing to get a few. Sunstrike is off cooldown, and he's tracked up as well. He's trying to jig as best he can. Will he walk into it? No. So Ivy doing enough of the walkarounds that he's alright.
I just got timed out. Oh my god!
Alright, so...
Of course. This has to happen when we do this tournament.
It is the best.
XYF reported Steam.
This is the N9 Cup. Oh, we're back. It looks like no one
back?
paused either. There we go.
Oh,
someone paused.
was it just us?
No, it looks like someone else dropped as well. A lot of people dropped because everyone's heading back to base.
Yeah, I suppose if everyone drops, no one's there to pause, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Surely it should be like if everyone DCs, it should auto-pause, but oh well.
You'd think so.
But yeah, this is the N9 Cup, sponsored by Gods, because Gods cares. Myself, Spectre, and most of the players. It's an optional pay-to-play, so anyone who got their money back from SYF from that tournament can put it into the pool, but they don't have to. So we're basically saying, look, if you want to, you can. If you don't, we don't mind. So it's nice to see the Australian community coming together, being all friendly and stuff. It's good. It's good. I'm still not back in the game.
I am. I have been for a while.
It's unfair. I feel so left out.
Yeah, no, I'm back in, and and Rylan just said, "Looks like they're forfeiting." But right now, they're all still... Well, not all of them. We have Guani in here. The rest of CSW are DC'd. Visage and Doom are DC'd for BoysBoys as well. So kind of having a bit of server issues. People are still logging back into Steam on my screen, so it looks like just a bit of fun. And I guess maybe I can give Right On Q his stuff now.
I'm still not back in, what the hell?
Potato laptop.
I think it's just frozen. I might just close Dota and reopen it. And I've just been asked to give a statement about the SWAF thing too. Oh, good. Got to try and word a statement so it doesn't sound like I'm just flaming, but also like I'm flaming. If anybody in the chat wants to write me a statement that looks professional, go for it. My views are SWAF dicks, gives us all bad names. Australian community is awesome for doing this.
You should just write, don't have to be mad.
Don't have to be mad. It's on the game. Please no fix. Stop DDoSing us.
And now I'm handing over the heirloom to SCD Right On Q, who was the winner of the last raffle we did before the whole game fiasco went on. But now apparently people are coming back in. I don't know, a lot of people are logging in. I'm in the game at the moment, so we're just waiting. Puck is DC'd now as well, so we've just got one person from each team in the game right now. Oh, now Darkseers is DC'd, so we've got a full team DC. Now Guani is the only one in game. But again, thank you very much to Gods, of course, from BTS, for helping us out with this tournament, putting up a little bit of prize money from his own pocket, as well as offering one team the chance to win 5 BTS t-shirts. So thank you very much to Gods, and your involvement with the Oz community. It's really great.
Yeah, it's good to see still helping out, even though, you know, he's not here anymore. But I'm pretty sure he should give, like, the casters BTS t-shirts, right?
I already have one.
What?
I donated to the Indiegogo thing, so I already have my BTS shirt. But, you know, I'm always happy to have more shirts.
Yeah, I mean, shirts are all.
It's pretty much what we get paid in as casters, is random free things, and that doesn't even
Yeah,
happen
see, I don't
very
get
often.
that stuff. Yeah. I mean, you sent me a keyboard.
Yeah, I
that's...
did.
No organisation's paid me yet.
How?
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Oh,
People pay.
Now Guani's DC'd from the game. Everyone DC'd.
But you're still in.
But I'm there.
James, too strong. Please nerf. I just saw someone log back onto Steam, so... To the 5th person who types it, so no one's gonna type it.
It says Explosive Fury is a boss.
There you go. There's my statement. This wife clearly does not care for the Australian community. Meanwhile, God cares.
It's on our overlay, guys. God
I think
cares.
you've made a meme. I think you made a meme.
So thank you very much to the currently...
Spectre, where is it paused? What time?
Yes. 36:06.
Dota wins, apparently.
Oh, yes.
Even though you're not the 5th.
So,
You're
I'm
like
the best.
2nd.
Hey, I'm a caster and I'm getting stuff because I'm the only one that actually said he's a boss.
I said.
But you said the 5th person gets it, not just he is one.
Oh, yeah. That was dumb.
Ah, he's from Rest Rest Rest.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Ah.
I sent him a friend invite. Add me, Explosive.
Alright, so if you want what happened with SWAF, basically what they did, as far as I know, I'm a little bit scraggly around the ends of it, but so they made a tournament, their own teams entered, they put the bracket up, with SYF playing against, I think it was either Hans or CSW, posted it and then changed it to have Hans and CSW play each other and SYF to go into a lot easier bracket to basically guarantee them into a better placing. That's as far as I see it. Now, I don't know if this is true, but we do know that they did change things. That's what we know.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've heard. They put up a preliminary bracket, and then, in quotation marks, seeded it. So then SYF was put into a very easy run into kind of the final game, so they were pretty much guaranteed a placing, whereas other teams like CSW and Hans were set to play each other quite early, and it being single elim meant that one of them would be knocked out, so SYF had an even better chance of getting higher. So there was a lot of outcry from some of the teams, so they decided to boycott the tournament, and because of that, Gods got on board with us in reorganizing a tournament for the teams that did boycott. So this is what it is. It's the N9 Cup, which we're proudly hosting.
Yep.
So thank you very much, Gods, for your belief in the Oz Dota scene.
Yeah, exactly, and I think we're going to try and reload the game.
Yeah, okay.
By the sounds of it, like Rune's gone. Yeah, it's a little buggy, but I don't think we can actually do anything.
Yeah. It's weird because I'm in the game, but I'll have to try and create it from a load. I don't know if I can.
Why not? You're the lobby host, so you should.
Because I just was an idiot and pressed leave game instead of close. Are you in the lobby?
Yes, no.
Yeah.
There is no lobby. So you have to remake a lobby, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if it works though, if we can load from something. Because it's not there anymore. Because it went down. So I'll try load game. It's searching for save games, so I'm not sure if I'm able to do it as a caster. I should be able to, but trying it now. Oh wait, here we go. I've got it. Game time. Oh, I gotta go all through. And I can go from 35 minutes. Okay, let me just click on the waiting screen while we wait. All of the links are off to the left-hand side. I'm on a lot of things. Like Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook. Dan's also on Twitter, so you should go
follow me at Daredevil
well.
Dota. I've even got I got 2 followers already today, man. Haven't even said anything about it.
There we go.
God damn, so famous.
And I got a tournament blade from that rest guy that I've already forgot. Horrible.
He was what was he?
He's a boss.
He's a boss. Yeah.
Explosive Fury. That's it. Explosive Fury.
And make sure to tweet your thanks at Gods as well, at BTS Gods on Twitter, just to show him that we really appreciate it. With the memes, hashtag Gods cares.
Yeah.
Hashtag gives Gods. Hashtag based Gods. Anything. Just show your appreciation to the fact that, he's still helping out the scene here, and it's awesome.
I'm gonna do that right now, actually.
Good.
Sweet.
He retweeted me too. Growing my E-Pain. Okay, Guan's just restarting his computer.
Yeah.
Everybody in my friends list. Kyle's still in a game. Lupus is in a game, so I guess it's kind of working, but we'll have to remake.
I've tweeted it now. Remember, hashtag Gods cares.
Yeah, Dan, why haven't you submitted to Gone Wild?
Going through your post history.
Huh? What post history?
On Reddit.
Oh. I've posted on Gone Wild?
No, he said, why haven't you submitted to Gone Wild?
Ah.
He wants some sexy selfies, Dan.
Because it's my professional Dota.
My first time in brackets with M. Apparently we're like 2 games behind because of the problem with all of this stuff.
It's alright.
It's all good.
We're not on anyone's schedule, man. We're on our own.
It's our own. It's the best. But yeah, Stan, the one in that is just the post that was made by one of the SYF associates.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Apparently, the Australian server is experiencing mass DCs. All of it, they're SYF DDoSing Oz servers. Oh, man. Same here.
That's amazing.
Dietide confirmed. Updates breaking crap. Particularly just Volvo, please. SYF DDoS. That's about it.
It would be pretty amazing.
Make sure to
Dietide
upvote our
breaks the
post
game.
on Reddit too.
Yeah, Daniel.
While you guys aren't
posted in
doing
the
anything,
chat.
I'll post it. Bam. Kablamo.
Kasmack, kapow.
All of these other onomatopoeias.
Zoc.
Zoc, really?
Yeah, that was one
Zoc.
of them.
Okay, man.
I like the Futurama one where Bender hits someone and it goes 011100011.
that binary code.
I love that. It's like one of my favorite episodes. Futurama too good. I haven't even finished it yet. I'm up to like the 13th episode of the last season and I've downloaded the rest of it and I need to watch it all.
Yep.
So it looks like Guani's about to come back and then we can try and load from the save state.
Yeah, we'll give it a try. Which challenge?
I've tried it before and it was really, really odd.
Buggy?
Because one of the players was Lone Druid.
Yeah, and the bear went into a neutral form?
Yeah, they couldn't control the bear, and then like they had to share control because it went to someone else for some reason, and then it was okay when they resummoned it. But at that point, like if he had resummoned it, it would have had a drastic outcome of the game, so it was a bit weird.
Alright, let's try this.
Okay, looks like everyone's ready to go.
Let's go.
We're trying to play from a load. Wish us luck.
Yeah, Scope, I'm on the overlay now. Spec finally got me on it.
Yep.
How many games running at one time? We're running like between 1 and 4.
Yep.
Oh, we got in! Let's see how bad the load is.
It should be loading in at 35 minutes, so once Guani's connected, it should happen. No?
Really? Because you hosted
Yeah, no,
it.
see, look. See?
Oh, I'm
Boom!
like- Oh, what? Oh, oh,
Boom!
oh, oh.
That load.
Let me leave. I juked you last time. Please don't kill.
Mercy.
All right. Truce for 1 minute, of course. Yeah. Truce. All right.
Oz Dota, ladies and gentlemen, where we truce after big fights.
All right.
Will
Let's
they
see what
actually,
happens.
though?
Are they actually? They're trucing. They're just walking past each other, not killing anyone.
That's amazing.
Oh man, that was the best. Everyone was just like, yeah, fine. I'll walk away casually.
I want to know what happens to Earthshake. Right now, he doesn't have like a health bar, so hopefully he respawns in 2 seconds. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, let's
Tomatoes
hope
there.
they- Alright.
CSW with their excellent base picture.
Yeah, James's mic is doing that weird thing. We know Scope. We can't fix it. No.
Yeah, I've got to do something, but I don't know. I've tried a billion things. Nothing seems to be working.
Dyer's top tower. You know the drill.
That's weird. Apparently they have... No, but it's like walking, flying. Okay, no more truce. So we're back on the road. We're at 36 minutes into the game now of CSW versus BoysBoys, who didn't tag up for the remake, or it just failed to do it, but it doesn't really matter too much. Are the experience graphs broken? Yes. Golden experience are broken.
And Rubik's on show's disconnected, but he's playing.
Brilliant. We've got X4 blinking forward. The Doom comes out. Godot getting puck altered as well. Some great combinations from Kiri coming out, blowing up the puck as soon as he can, trying to escape now. JD Master trying to get there. A nice BKB before the Soul Assumption hits, throwing out the Ice Wall as well. Juking to the left, juking to the right. Kiri is trying to get away here. Arrow gets thrown to high ground, but Kiri is having none of it. Doesn't have QQ Walk available just yet. Throws out the Forge Spirit. It's going to be hitting hard on Ivy. He's going to TP out now with the Boots of Travel, and JD Master can't get there in time. All the stuns are on cooldown, so Kiri managing to escape there. And now Slick's picking up the Scythe, so the game flow has been kind of disrupted a little bit, but CSW were on top by about 25,000 experience and about 20k gold, if I remember correctly. But BoysBoys doing a great job of protecting their base. At the moment, all T3s still up, and they've managed to repel CSW quite a few times. So Slicks has now finished up his Scythe, and what item do you think he should go for next? Is a BKB in order?
Want to mine their top tower.
I definitely think BKB could be very useful, but he went the Lincoln Sphere kind of route, so he looks like he wants to go more aggressive.
Big stun coming in. Rylan in a lot of trouble. X4 as well, melting to that Meteor, and that's going to be a gem drop for their team, as well as a T2 tower down. Familia is going down. Slicks is on the hunt, trying to get that second one. He's trying to go over the trees, but he will pick it up, so that's a nice 200 gold going towards Slicks. And it looks like they're going to pick off high ground. If we look at the buybacks, rather, we see that Doom doesn't have one, nor does Puck, so it's going to be a 3 versus 5 defense if they try and defend. Slicks blinking forward. The Lincolns gets popped, goes into Shadowblade, does get Alacrity put on him as well, but it's looking like it's going to be a top racks for CSW. Arrow coming out will hit on a Forge Spirit, but that doesn't matter too much. A nice track blink scythe there. Ivy gets taken down almost instantly. Puck Ventuck trying to do something, but there's just nothing that he can do at the moment. Morana will be down for the next 45 seconds, and CSW, after taking this, I think they can just rotate to mid and keep on going, or just even go straight for the throne if they want to, but more than likely going to be taking the slightly safer route and just go for a secondary Rax.
Yeah, and the casual wards dropped on the tower as well.
JD Master blinking forward, but here comes Godot under the BKB. Meatball gets dropped by Kiri just off the mark, but a nice back into that wall is going to come out, as well as a Dream Coil hitting on two. Slicks is just sitting under it, right-clicking down. Fisher coming out, gets Force Staff to break it. Kiri still under Doom, might drop down to the tick here. He wants to get denied off by his teammates, and he will get done just in time. The double wall is down. It looks like, in fact, no refresher on Darkseer, so a nice steal there by Rubik, just stopping any kind of future kind of initiation.
And he just got Dream Coil.
Guani just stealing every ultimate in the game. Some excellent.
It's like Christmas for this Rubik.
It's amazing. He's stolen Doom twice, stolen Wall, and now Dream Coil. Guani just playing a great game as Rubik, showing what you can really do as a high impact support. Right now, Slicks dropping the TP to pick up a gem. The stun will just miss. X4 in a bit of trouble, but now the rest of the team coming through. They will ward him off. A BKB getting picked up by Tomato, so we're going to have a Blink and Shaken BKB Earthshaker. And the dust just put on the ground there, but CSW looking great. 40 minutes into the game, they've taken 1 Rax. Our very odd experience graphs tell us that they're 8k ahead in both gold and experience, but that's just in the last 5 minutes that they've got that lead, remember. So right now, probably sitting around 30k gold experience ahead, so quite dominant from CSW at the moment. But boys,
yeah,
hanging in there, doing what they can. In fact, Rylan going to go for a tower backdoor. Of course, T1's not having backdoor protection and grabbing a nice little bit of gold for his team. No, it gets fortified and someone's TPing in. How sad can you get? Guani takes it down. Puck is going to actually jaunt to the left-hand side and TP out, but CSW just aren't letting them get anything, and that's only the second tower to fall for them.
Yeah, and man, that deny, that's just so ruthless. You're not getting that tower, man. But Doom now picking up his BKB, so he'll be a lot harder to kill. And, you know, CSW have a lot of magic damage. Like, that's almost all their damage is magic. The only physical they really have is the right clicks from a Bounty, a Queen of Pain, and an Invoker. And, I mean, they all do decent amount of damage, especially with Alacrity on them. But nothing to be, you know, really afraid of in the right click area. But
well,
I think
not too
definitely
sure about
pick
that. Slicks has picked up a Sacred Relic. Also has 2.6k gold up. I think if they take the Aegis now, he's going to be going Divine Rapier.
Oh yes.
And he needs to be careful here not to take too much damage before he's going for that blinking away from him. In fact, Mirana's going to pick out Bounty Hunter. In the lane, X4 is going to come in here. Moonlight Shadow thrown out, but it looks like the Roshan will fall. Slicks picking up the Divine Rapier and the Aegis. The gems on the ground, but at the moment, Guani will go down to that Moonlight Shadow. It's a double kill for Ivy, but you now have an Aegis, Divine Rapier, Queen of Pain knocking on your door, hitting for 510 damage.
And then when you throw Alacrity on it as well, it gets even worse.
Look
and
at
Rylan just
melt. But now we have Slick's Illusion also taking down the Darks here with those big right clicks. Puck Ventuck throwing out the ultimate for the kill. Much hate, much hate. And now Slick.
He's like, my right clicks do more damage. Just throw the ult.
And now Ivy. Grabbing a Blade Mail, narrowly missing with a stun there, but with the Divine Rapier on Slicks and that Aegis still attacked with a Scythe and a Shadow Blade, how are they going to try and kill this Queen of Pain? They need almost perfect chain stun and a Doom on top of it. They're looking to get that middle racks. X4 made into a piggy but surged away. Some nice play there from his team. Slicks taking quite a bit of damage, but as we said before, does have that Aegis.
That's 4 in a row.
Mirana just completely melting there to the Fisher right clicks, and CSW take their second racks. They're going for Hero still. Tomato blinking forward. X4 getting stunned out. Will the Sunstrike hit him? Doesn't even get there. Tomato hitting through with a 400% Totem Slam.
Yeah, and what they should have done is suicided Slicks and given it to the Earthshaker, and then hitting with the Totem Slams with the Divine. He's got what, plus 472 damage right now with Enchant Totem. Plus you put a Divine on that, it's pretty dangerous.
Pretty insane.
But this game,
Rylan gonna get caught out. Tomato getting the kill there. Enchant Totem thrown out again. Slicks dodging that. And Puck Ventuck's just gonna get taken out in his own fountain. Tomato close to dropping there, but Rylan calls the good game. CSW will be advancing into the next round, and BoysBoys dropping down to that lower bracket. So a great game finally closed out there by CSW.
Yeah, and fantastic game played by CSW. Obviously, BoysBoys had their chances to come back in, but they just couldn't come back into the game, and CSW just too strong, too much of a lead and taking it out.